Hi all and welcome to another video about VIDT. If you haven't watched the part 1 of this video, then you can go and watch it before joining me in this video. Now let's get started with what is VIDT's academy or VIDT's document, whatever you name it. So let's get started. Are you keen to understand how the VIDT DAO is structured, or perhaps you are ready to explore its key timestamping technology that verifies the authenticity of documents in a time where AI generated fakes are prevalent? Or maybe you are excited to understand how this technology is applied by a list of diverse integrators. No matter your interest, you will be able to educate yourself by selecting your topic of interest on the left. And remember, this isn't just a one way information hub, it's a dialogue. If there is a topic you are curious about or something you would love to see covered, please reach out through our Google form below. As we move forward and the ecosystem expands, we'll make sure to update the academy accordingly. Okay, so this was very basic info about the academy. Let's move to the next section, which is the ecosystem section. I'm sure it is going to be pretty interesting. So the ecosystem consists of several different things. So let's first click the VIDT DAO. Discover the essence of the VIDT DAO. What is VIDT DAO? The VIDT DAO is an open source platform that provides a foundation of verifiable trust. It leverages blockchain and timestamping technology, which we already discussed a bit in the previous part 1 video, to ensure the veracity of data and documents. The native token of the platform is VIDT, which is the integral to the data validation process. Each time a file is timestamped, a VIDT transaction is executed. So basically, when somebody is going to timestamp, then they will have to use the VIDT coin, recording all necessary details into the blockchain. Again, the most important question here, which I also discussed in the previous video, is that will the community be interested in handling the project? The VIDT token holders will be interested in handling the project for the longer period of time. If that is the case, then only this project will survive and grow in the longer term. Because if the community is not interested, then no matter how great your technology is, it is not going to create a lot of value. Again, I am also trying to build a fund, but that fund will be developed and managed by a community who is trying to reduce their social media addiction and playing chess together, because these two things can really create a powerful bond between the community, and then community can handle the fund. Because the managing a fund doesn't require such technological skills, it requires bonding between the community members. Ultimately, the goal should be to bond between the token holders. The VID token holders should also be focusing on creating a bond so they can handle this project for a longer period of time. Now let's move forward. VIDT also plays a crucial role in the governance of the platform, which I just mentioned. Governance is basically community handling of the project, empowering token holders to propose and vote on strategic decisions concerning businesses, marketing, and technical developments. Each wallet holding a certain amount of VIDT has one vote, thereby democratizing the decision making process, which is a great thing, and that's the key, that the project should be decentralized. And now let's move forward. Several key components work in unison with the VIDT DAO ecosystem. Sorry for this. The incubator treasury is a tool that allows the community to influence the strategic and commercial path of the VIDT DAO. The audit committee is in place to perform sanity checks on submitted DAO proposals to ensure compliance with regulations. Finally, the awareness team, composed of volunteers, disseminates news about VIDT to foster community engagement. Again, the key will be that will the community be interested in such kind of community engagement, meaning the VIDT token holders will be interested in this kind of community engagement is the key factor. Without that, it is going to be difficult, and that's the reason why I am focusing more on the uh, bonding part, which is the when the community is interested in reducing their social media consumption or addiction, they can join my community. And again, at the same time, playing chess together can also encourage people to share their social media consumption. And when you share your social media consumption, you are more likely to reduce that addiction, and that's what my community was all about. And then you guys can always create a fund or any kind of cryptocurrency project which community is interested in doing. As of November, this is the supply, and this is the details. Let's move to the VIDT token section. The VIDT token, native to the VIDT DAO, plays a critical role in an open source platform that enables verifiable trust. Using open source blockchain and time-stamping technology, data and documents can be made verifiable. VIDT tokens can be traded on centralized crypto exchanges. Binance is the most popular platform for buying and trading VIDT DAO. Another popular option for trading is KuCoin. For those using MetaMask, this is the token purpose. One of the key use cases of VIDT token is the data validation. So it simply means that whenever somebody is going to use the technology of VIDT, then they will have to use the VIDT token to validate and put the timestamp on their uh, file or whatever their digital document is. Whenever a file is time stamped, a VIDT transaction is recorded, which captures all necessary details into several blockchains. The token is thus an integral part of the VIDT DAO validation process, making it possible for any Web3 developer, user, or wallet to use the VIDT DAO timestamp functionality to certify and verify documents. Again, this technology is very, very powerful. There is no doubt about that. But the key question is that will the VIDT token holders be interested in managing this kind of project for a longer period of time? Will they find those kind of people? That's the key question. And the same rule applies to in my project. If you guys are interested in reducing your social media addiction, then you can join my community. And if you are a bit reluctant in sharing your social media addiction or social media uh, data regarding how much you consume your social media, then you can play chess together initially if you are a bit reluctant, and then you can start sharing once you have bonding between other community members. And then after that you can also launch a fund, a decentralized fund and token regarding that fund, or whatever you want to do with that fund or other cryptocurrency project. It is up to the community. Community will have to pass what kind of cryptocurrency project they can handle more efficiently, but the goal is to build a powerful community to gather and run a project. So yeah, Binance tag VIDT has recently been awarded the layer 1 layer 2 tag on Binance, meaning that the project has demonstrated its value within the blockchain ecosystem. In other words, it has shown that it is capable of either supporting the base layer of a blockchain network layer 1 or enhancing its functionality and performance through a secondary protocol or framework layer 2. So basically it's a very vast time stamping system in layman terms, if you want to understand, because it can probably be integrated with many layer 1 and layer 2 protocols. In the case of VIDT, receiving the text suggests that the Binance recognizes the token's role in both these layers, indicating the project's contribution to the blockchain ecosystem. Here is how that might translate to trust and importance. Let's move to the next section, which is the smart contract section. Smart contract, we all know what smart contract is, so are we really interested in knowing what it is? No, let's move to the next section, which is the integrators section. Companies, individuals, or tools that have incorporated VIDT DAO timestamping technology into their systems. Given VIDT's history, several major integrators have been utilizing the VIDT DAO smart contract for multiple years, which is a great thing. Notable examples include MSpec, Verify All Documents, Procentech. Additionally, many smaller but equally intriguing integrators such as 1115 also exist. New integrators continue to emerge within the ecosystem, with the latest being File Validator. This tool aims to enable anyone holding VIDT tokens to timestamp their tokens easily. Again, this technology is very good, as I said, and they also have many users. But the key is that VIDT are the VIDT token holders interested in growing this project the way they already have users? Are the VIDT token holders interested in growing this project and getting more and more this kind of companies to integrate the VIDT's technology? That is the key question, and that's the reason why if you are if you want to join my community and become part of a community which is interested in reducing the social media addiction while playing chess together and building a solid bond, and then gradually going for the fund, building a fund or any other cryptocurrency project together, then you can join my Telegram community. Link will be in the description. Now let's move to the VIDT DAO community. VIDT wouldn't exist without its loyal community members. There again, this is what I talked about. If you, as a community member, if you are not interested in handling this project and taking day-to-day operations in your mind, then it is unlikely that you know mm, that other people will also do the same. Ultimately, everything depends on the community, nothing else. Now let's move forward. There are numerous Telegram channels, Twitter accounts, and other platforms within the community. Some of the most prominent Twitter accounts include the VIDT DAO awareness team, VIDT DAO community, and VIDT DAO WL. VIDT DAO awareness team. The VIDT DAO awareness team, this is a Twitter ID. If you want to follow them, you can go. Composed of volunteers who are enthusiasts of the VIDT DAO technology. Even I am very interested in this technology. Again, I am not going to follow them, but still I am interested in this technology, that's for sure. Was established years ago by the awareness board with the goal of introducing more use cases to the ecosystem. This team, however, does not have any say in the strategic or technical development of the VIDT DAO. As the VIDT DAO technology transitioned to being open source and its governance shifted to a DAO, the awareness team broadened its focus. Today, they also work tirelessly to shape impartial information about the ecosystem's developments and news about VIDT to engage the community. This includes various activities such as launching the VIDT Academy, which is what we are studying right now, a free platform designed to provide comprehensive knowledge about VIDT DAO and promoting the importance of the DAO integrity in the digital world, emphasizing how VIDT technology can be reliable solution. Again, the key is that will the community, or you can say the VIDT token holders, be interested in growing this academy section, and they will do it perfectly. And how will they market? The VIDT token holders should also think about marketing the VIDT coin, because this coin is not in definitely in top 500 or so, if I'm not wrong. So what I mean here is that ultimately token holders commitment towards this project is going to be the key factor. And similarly, if you want to become part of my project and reduce your social media addiction and then manage a cryptocurrency fund, then you are most welcome. At the same time, you can also think of playing chess together, because it will create a stronger bond between each other. So that is the goal of my project. And everybody has their own community building style. I have my own community building style, but ultimately the goal is to create value. The VIDT community Twitter channel was created by enthusiasts to support the ecosystem's growth under its DAO structure. This Twitter channel serves as a hub for discussions and conversations among community members. It provides updated host discussions and promotes VIDT DAO related news and events. Let's move forward. VIDT Academy. We are on the VIDT Academy page, so I'm not sure whether we should go for it or not. Now let's move to the key factor, key thing, which is the time stamping technology of VIDT. The blockchain, we know all what blockchain is, so let's move to the time stamping technology. A timestamp is a crucial digital record that precisely pinpoints the exact moment when a specific event occurred. This could be any number of things, from a user login requested or the creation of a document to the moment a photo was captured. So ultimately, exact moment when a document was created, that's what timestamping is all about. And the most important thing again here is that the token holders, that VIDT token holders, should be interested in handling and managing this project for a longer period of time. The way I want a community that is interested in reducing their social media addiction and sharing what they are doing on the social media. uh, what connects the community is the key factor to understand. Time here this time stamping technology is the key factor which can build a community around them. And similarly, I want to build a community which reduces the social media addiction and then handles the cryptocurrency project or a decentralized fund. Timestamping is a fundamental aspect of all digital applications, serving as a verifiable trail of when and how these events transpired. This ability to go back in time and reference a timestamp as irrefutable proof of an event's occurrence is a powerful tool in today's increasingly digital world, which I agree up to a certain extent. Documents in particular are subject to multiple timestamping events. This begins with the primary timestamp at the moment of creation and extends to subsequent timestamp marking edits accessed by different parties and even deletion. So again, they're talking about the timestamp thing, and it is very good technology, that's for sure. But the key will be that how many people will be interested in handling this project or managing this project in the longer term. The way how many people will be interested in joining my fund, where only people who are sharing their social media consumption on the day-to-day basis can become part of that fund. That's the thing with my project. So ultimately the bonding between the community members will be the key here. The time stamping technology is going to be the bonding factor. The value of blockchain: each interaction with the document is faithfully recorded, providing a comprehensive timeline of its history. In essence, timestamps functions as the digital world's heartbeat, providing a rhythm and sequence to events and actions. Again, so it is the same thing which they have mentioned before as well. The importance of timestamping using the blockchain technology, but the key again will be that the VIDT token holders, will they be interested in handling or managing this project for a longer period of time? Will the community be maintained? That's the key question. And at the same way, if you want to reduce a social media addiction and join my community, then you are most welcome. And then if there are enough community members, then we can also create a solid cryptocurrency DeFi fund. Let's move forward. An essential consideration for timestamps is trustworthiness. Can we rely on a timestamp to be genuine? Did the event truly take place, or was the timestamp falsified? To create a trustworthy record, the blockchain technology is employed. Given its immutability, transparency, and security features, blockchain is ideally suited for recording timestamps, which is very true, because without blockchain technology, this thing would have never been possible. So it's a fair thing to say. This is exactly why VIDT employs the Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain blockchains for its time stamping use case. So I thought that there will be other blockchains too. Maybe there are right now, but at the time of mentioning or writing down this academy section, they probably have only two blockchains. How does time stamping work? Let's see this, because I'm pretty interested in this thing. Let's break down the general process of time stamping into three easy to understand steps. Creating a unique digital fingerprint. The first step in time stamping is creating a unique digital signature for the item being timestamped. This unique fingerprint, often referred to as a hash, is generated using a cryptographic algorithm. This hash is unique to the data in the item. Even a small change to the data will result in a completely different hash. This means each item has a unique identifier that can't be replicated or forged. Recording the time and additional information. The next step is the process in the process is to record the precise time the item was created or modified, along with any other relevant data. This can include information about who created or modified the item, the location where item is where it was created, or any other detail that might be relevant. This data is then combined with the unique hash from the first step to create the timestamp. So generally, that's what happens in the cryptocurrency. Hash is generally created and attached with a particular data, or in this case the time stamping technology, which will be connected to the data. Verifying the timestamp. Sorry for this. The final step is to verify the timestamp. This is typically done by comparing the hash of the timestamped item with the original hash. If the two hashed match, this confirms that the item has not been altered since it was timestamped. The timestamp serves as a proof of when the item was created or last modified, and can be used to resolve disputes, establish ownership, and confirm the authenticity of the item. So again, if the community members or the VID token holders are not interested or passionate in managing this kind of timestamp technology, then the project might not succeed in the longer term. Ultimately, the community should be passionate about this thing. That's the key. The way I want my community members to be passionate about reducing their social media consumption and sharing whatever they're doing on the social media. I mean, uh, how many hours they're using the social media using. There are many apps out, out there like your our and many apps which can help you share how much consumption you do on your social media. Ultimately, the point is that community should be passionate. The community should be passionate about the time stepping technology and managing this technology. If that is not going to happen, then project will not do great. Bitcoin is Bitcoin because it has a very powerful decentralized community of miners, because they get rewards for mining the Bitcoin. So every great project will have a backing of a powerful community, and that's why it is important to understand that the community should be passionate about handling this or managing this time stamping technology. Let's move forward. What is a hash? The technology used by VIDT is built around something called a hash. A hash is like a unique digital fingerprint for a file. This fingerprint is calculated using the digital information, the ones and the zeros that make up a file. Mm. Privacy, another important thing about a hash is that you can't use it to figure out what the original file was. It's a one way thing. You can create a hash from a file, but you can't create a file from a hash. This is why the VIDT timestamp is so valuable. When VIDT creates a timestamp, it records the file's hash. It's a unique its unique fingerprint and not the file itself. This hash is proof that the file existed at a specific point in time. This method is both efficient and good for privacy. It gives you a way to prove that the document existed without having to share the document itself. Again, the if you see the entire academy section, it is all about being passionate about time stamping technology. You see, so the thing will always be that the VIDT token holders should be very much passionate about time stamping technology. Otherwise, they are not going to manage. If you think that the VIDT token holders will only are only here for profit, if you are going to be only here for the profit, then the problem lies uh, in the longer term. In the longer term, only people who are extremely passionate about the VIDT technology are going to survive. So that's the reason why I keep saying that the passion is must be the key thing. The passion about the time stamping technology between the VIDT token will help the project grow in the longer term. Otherwise, like many other projects where people are only holding the token because they want to make some kind of profit, and then gradually they sell the token after a couple of years or 1 or 2 years, and then they everybody goes out of the project and the project dies. So that's the reason why the VIDT token holder should be very much passionate about this technology. That's how they will survive in the longer term while holding the token, and that's what I want for even my community. I want my community to be passionate about reducing their social media consumption. If you are going to be doing that, then yeah, you guys can have a solid bond between each other, because everybody is going to do the same thing, and then you can create a good cryptocurrency fund or whatever cryptocurrency project community decides to build. It's easy for them to build, because then you will have an edge of a powerful community. Now let's move forward. Why use blockchain? It's a pretty understandable thing, so I'm not going to into the details of that, because uh, without blockchain technology, I'm sure, and you'll also understand that this was not going to be possible. This technology was not going to be possible. The benefits still will go through this section. Benefits of blockchain timestamping: security, which is very understandable. Blockchain timestamping enhances security by producing transaction records that cannot be tampered with, which is true. This features is crucial as it protects businesses from unauthorized alteration, which is understandable. Let's move to the next section: transparency, which is also pretty understandable. Fraud prevention is also pretty understandable. Cost efficiency is also pretty understandable, and time efficiency. Besides cost savings, blockchain timestamping also speeds up the transaction process, as transactions are directly recorded on the blockchain without the need of intermediaries. The process is faster and more streamlined. This efficiency can lead to improved business operations, which is also pretty understandable. Let's understand the value of timestamping. Time stamping is a useful tool that can be used in many ways, but why is it so valuable? Well, it depends on how you are using it and what you are using it for. Again, for example, if you ask me, then I do not have any documents that I produce and it needs time stamping technology behind it. But there will be many documents, and that's why they have certain type of users. But ultimately, you have to understand that the VIDT token holders should be passionate about this project. They should be passionate about this technology. Otherwise, in the longer term, the project may die, and that's where the risk comes. And the same way, if you guys are passionate about reducing your social media consumption, then you can join my community and we can build a decentralized cryptocurrency project right from the start, created and managed by the community. Even the tokens will be handled by the community, and that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm really interested in, building a community through a powerful uh, uh, foundation. Let's move forward. Let's say you take a selfie and you have a contract from an important client. Both these things can be timestamped, but the contract probably has more value than the selfie. That's what I'm saying. I am more of a selfie guy. Even I don't like even selfies, but I am definitely not the guy who would be interested in creating a lot of contracts. So yeah, at its most basic, timestamping is like putting a digital lock on a file at a specific moment in time. This is really useful for digital things that are shared a lot, or that need to prove they are real deal, proof of existence. One great thing about timestamping, especially with the tech used by VIDT DAO, is that the timestamp itself doesn't hold any info except the proof that that the content existed at a certain time. This is good for privacy and makes it possible to use timestamping for things involving sensitive data. The term used for this mechanic is proof of existence. So again, they're totally talking about the timestamping, and they're talking nothing else, which is because probably that is their best, you can say, selling feature. So there is nothing wrong with it, I totally agree that. But the key here will be that because they are totally passionate about time stamping technology, it becomes very necessary. Again, I keep repeating the same thing because it is the key to understand. But the way these guys are passionate about time stamping technology, VIDT token holders should also be focused and passionate about the time stamping technology, the way I want my community members to be passionate about reducing their social media consumption. So you can again join my community. The link will be in the description. You can join my Telegram community, and if there will be enough members, then we will go ahead, move further. Now let's move forward. Here also, in the end, how much a timestamp is worth depends on who is using the timestamping process and who is releasing the timestamp documents. Its importance can change depending on the situation, how it's being used. What is the context in a timestamp? I'm really impressed, by the way, by the founders or the top team members of this project are passionate about time stamping. I'm really amazed by that. So it's a great thing. The concept of context when it comes to a timestamp refers to the particular situation or environment in which an event happens and gets recorded. Understanding this context is crucial for accurately interpreting the importance of timestamp and the event it's tied to. The context could include things like the kind of data that's being timestamped, who is involved, and the purpose of timestamp, among other things, which is very understandable. Because for me, I'm sure that this is not going to be a helpful technology, but again, this technology can be very very helpful for many different kind of businesses. Generally, this is going to be helpful to the businesses, and especially companies that are uh, related to file sharing things and all that stuff. But the key is that their passion and the context, they're also mentioning the context, which is very important to understand. uh, so for example, if we are talking about my project, then what is my context? My context is that the people who are interested in reducing their social media consumption, they are my context of audience. So similarly here also, the context is very important, and that's how we can understand both the things. The importance of a context, grasping the context is key for the Grasping the context is key for the process of timestamping because it helps make sure that the timestamp is fitting, dependable, and relevant. For example, let's say you are timestamping a legal document. The context for this might include who is involved in the agreement, where the document is being used, and any specific legal rules that apply to the process of timestamping. On the other hand, if you are timestamping a piece of creative work to protect intellectual property, the context could include what kind of work it is, who created it, and when it was created, and the laws about intellectual property that apply. Dynamic context is also there. By taking the context into account, the process of timestamping can be customized to suit the specific needs of the situation. This ensures that the timestamp fulfills its intended role and provides uh, useful evidence when it's needed. Each use case is different, and the context is what makes it unique in different situations. Again, you see the details in which they are mentioning the technology and the use cases and the benefits and all other things, which is very, very interesting. And that's why I keep saying that these guys are passionate about this technology and growing this technology. Similarly, VIDT token holders, if they are not going to be as passionate as these guys, then in the longer term the project may not survive or may die, because ultimately if the only team members are going to run the project, then the project, no project can survive. Five people cannot create a decentralized project. 500 people can. And that's why VIDT token holders should be passionate the way team is passionate about this project. And that's why, the same way, if you are passionate about reducing your social media consumption, then join my community. Link is in the description. Each use case is different, and the context is what makes it unique in different situations. The context can be used to describe what is happening and thus what the timestamp represents. Video, we are not going to see the video because we have already understood through the academy section. Integrators, I think this is going to be integrating section is going to be mostly for the uh, I guess this is going to be for the businesses, more important mostly. I'm not sure. The big picture of it and all this stuff is also that. Again, I will have to make the part 3 for this video. I'm not sure whether I'll be making the part 3 of this because there is very little left now in this video. So what you can do is you can go through this academy section and try to study this integrators part. I'm sure we have almost covered everything in part 1 and 2 of this VIDT DAO series. And I hope you enjoyed this video and you like this video. And if you really like this video, then you can subscribe to my channel. And if you're interested in the project which I discussed about creating a decentralized fund through reducing your social media addiction, then you can join my community in the Telegram. The link will be in the description. So I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.